Is lovebombing abuse? Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Lovebombing is a manipulative tactic used by the narcissist. Its purpose is to overwhelm someone with affection, attention, and praise to gather control and draw fuel. It is also, as part of the creation of control, a device for generating dependency. It typically occurs in the early stages of a relationship, whether that might be an intimate romantic one, a platonic one, or even professional, and is characterized by excessive displays of love or admiration. While it may feel exhilarating and flattering, lovebombing is a strategy that masks an ulterior motive. It is something that is utilized frequently by the narcissist for the purposes of bringing control in the moment, but also bringing about control overall in relation to the appliance. The term lovebombing was originally coined in the 1970s by members of the Unification Church, also known as the Moonies, to describe their recruitment strategy of showering potential members with affection and attention to draw them into the group. Today, it's widely recognized in psychological and relationship contexts as a significant red flag. Lovebombing differs from genuine affection in its intensity, timing, and, of course, purpose. Its overwhelming nature will come too quickly, and it's used to manipulate, not to build a healthy connection. The love bomber showers their target with compliments, with gifts or gestures that invariably are disproportionate to the stage of the relationship. The behaviour often appears early, before any genuine bond has had any time whatsoever to develop naturally. It is as a consequence of the idealisation of the narcissist, whereby the individual is painted white and placed on a pedestal. They are seen as perfect, or the one, which creates an unrealistic image. Lovebombing involves constant communication, such as incessant texting or telephoning, which makes the target feel both special but also pressured. A love bomber will also subtly or overtly encourage the target to distance themselves from friends, family, or other influences by way of monopolizing their attention. Lovebombing invariably includes future faking, whereby the narcissist will promise a grand future together, marriage, travel, lifelong commitment. All of these things are made prematurely to ensure emotional investment. Lovebombing is used by the narcissist to bring about control, and it exploits the human need for validation and connection. The target will invariably feel swept off their feet, but the intensity can lead to emotional exhaustion, self-doubt, and a loss of personal boundaries. The effects of lovebombing can be profound. Initially, the target is likely to feel euphoric, believing they found a soulmate or perfect partner. However, once the narcissist's reality of their behaviour becomes apparent, then the individual finds themselves struck with confusion, dependency, isolation, the erosion of self-esteem. Lovebombing is particularly dangerous and effective because it mimics genuine affection, making it hard to detect unless you are familiar with the red flags of lovebombing, or you are then subjected to devaluation, so that the shift in the dynamic allows a degree of clarity as to what went on. Lovebombing is not limited to romantic relationships, although that is where it is often found. And that is where the lovebombing can be particularly intense. But it can be found within friendships. For instance, a new friend may overwhelm someone with attention and favoritism to gain their trust or influence. It can be utilized in a family dynamic. It's used particularly by cults or organizations to recruit and retain members by creating a sense of belonging. It can be used in the workplace. A colleague or a boss might use flattery to gain loyalty or exploit someone's skills. There are lots of different ways that love bombing can take place. One is romantic overload. After one date, someone might send you daily bouquets of flowers, text you constantly with poetic declarations of love, and insists that you're their soulmate. They will pressure you to commit exclusively within days, discussing any hesitation on your part as just a fear of love. And how could one fear love? Love is all you need. Love is a many splendid thing. Social media bombardment can occur where, for instance, a new acquaintance floods your social media with likes, comments and private messages praising your every post and suggesting you're uniquely talented. There's a quick push for in-person meetings, ignoring your need for space. There might be, for instance, the utilization of future faking. For instance, on the third date, this individual talks about buying a house together, naming your future children, or planning a dream wedding. They insist you're the one that they've been searching for despite barely knowing you. You might be welcomed to some kind of event where members shower you with compliments, call you family, and invite you to exclusive retreats. They discourage contact with outsiders, claiming the group is your true home. Your work might be praised excessively. You're the star of the team. You're promised rapid promotions. Flattery is leveraged to get you to perhaps undertake unpaid overtime or personal favours. A new friend might insist on spending every day together, sending lavish gifts, refers to you as the best friend within a matter of days. They become upset when you spend time with others, claiming that you're abandoning them. A relative might overwhelm you with affection after a period of estrangement, offering gifts and emotional support. They then guilt-trip you into prioritising their needs over your own, using affection as leverage. Someone you meet on a dating app sends you love letters, virtual gifts and daily affirmations of devotion. This might shift into them asking for financial help, claiming a temporary difficulty with their finances, and that it's tied to their deep love for you. A therapist or a counsellor might excessively praise your progress, claiming you're your most insightful client. They then encourage dependency by suggesting that only they truly understand you, your difficulties and your needs, discouraging outside perspectives. When someone's being subjected to love bombing, invariably it feels wonderful. You're the centre of the universe. You're made to feel like a king or queen. And after all, who doesn't want to be treated well? Who doesn't want to be called pleasant compliments? Who doesn't want to be flattered? Who doesn't want to have somebody spending a lot of time with them? Of course, in some instances, there's the provision of intimacy and sex, which is part of the love bombing. It is invariably the case that the victim is an individual who's been targeted because of their susceptibility to this, their suggestibility, and the fact that they may well be coming off the back end of an involvement with another narcissist, although unbeknownst to them, they've already been tenderized by this narcissist, which allows the second narcissist to exploit those vulnerabilities and weaknesses. You're clamoring around for someone to care for you, and up pops a narcissist and adopts that role through the provision of love bombing. But is it the case that the acts themselves of compliments, of flattery, of buying gifts, of showing support, or perhaps demonstrating favour towards you, could that be said to be actual abuse? Well, it is. And it is important for you to nail this down with the provision of logic. It is abuse because of two factors. The first, it simply isn't genuine. The narcissist doesn't truly like you or love you or think that you're wonderful. The narcissism causes the narcissist to think that way so that the narcissist is motivated to assert control over you through the provision of flattery and compliments and gifts. The narcissism isn't truly interested in spending time with you. It's done because the narcissism causes it to happen. And therefore, you are being abused because the narcissist's behaviour isn't predicated on any actual like or love for you. It's predicated on the fact of their own needs. Secondly, it is abuse because it's done for what the narcissist requires from you. It's done to control you. It's not done to make you feel good for the sake of making you feel good. It's done to control you, to draw fuel from you, to access your character traits and residual benefits. Accordingly, the narcissist is abusing you by making you think that they care for you, that they love you, that they like you, that they see you favourably, but you're actually being misled. And you're also being abused because the narcissist is doing it for their own purposes. And ultimately, it turns into abuse because you may well find yourself confused by the activity, overwhelmed by the activity, finding yourself having to respond to every single call and text message that the narcissist sends you, even at unsociable hours. And whilst at first it may feel like it's wonderful and seem like you've met that soulmate and deliciously inviting individual, the fact is that when you're being love-bombed, you are being abused. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.